How's it going, guys? This is Wayne here once again for Zombie Kitty, welcoming you to another new game on the channel. Now, this is one that I am incredibly excited about, and this might actually be a name that some of you recognise. This game is called Black Mirror. Now, this is actually a reboot title, which is why I'm so GD excited for it. Black Mirror was a trilogy in the early 2000s, a point-and-click adventure game from Future Games. Now, Future Games disbanded, closed down, got rid of shop, everything else, in around 2009, 2011, I'd like to say. One or to other. And that I thought was going to be the end of it. I thought that was going to be the end of the Black Mirror franchise, but no. You might also recognise King Art Games. They have a number of adventure games under their belt on the Xbox One console and various other platforms as well. But obviously I'm playing this on the Xbox One console. So this is a reboot by King Art Games, published by THQ Nordic. And I am very, very lucky and honoured to be one of the few people today. Oh my god, guys, it's Thursday. The game doesn't come out till Monday. I am literally one of the select few that has been allowed to play this game before release. So I am very, very excited for the free review code from THQ Nordic and King Art to be allowed to show you guys a few snippets of Black Mirror. I'm not allowed to show you the full game. And in fact, I wouldn't even want to show you guys the full game, because if you are unfamiliar with the Black Mirror story, then I know this is a reboot, so I'm not too sure what has been left in and what's original and what's new and what's old school, but I'm assuming it's going to be sort of a reboot of the entire thing. I hope so. But I'm only allowed to show you guys up to a certain point. That's all I can say. I nearly gave you a spoiler from the get-go. So this is also my first look, but because, as I say, this is a review copy of the game, I already know a few things about it, but I haven't spoiled it for myself either, but I know where I'm allowed to show you. So let's give you a brief synopsis. So once again, oh my god, thank you to THQ Nordic and of course the Black Mirror team for giving us this game. Giving me this game, oh god. Right, so this is it, the basics here, guys. Scotland, 1926, following the suicide of his father, David Gordon visits his ancestral home. So excited. Ancestral home for the first time in his life. A life that is soon threatened by the dark secrets that claim the sanity of many Gordons before him. Tormented by nightmares and waking dreams for all his life, David fears that it might be his destiny to follow in his father's footsteps down a path that leads to madness and death. Is there really a curse that has been haunting his family like his father believed? Right, so you guys can buy this now. You can pre-order it in the Xbox store. I don't know if it's on other consoles. I assume it would be for a game like this, but if not, then just get an Xbox and buy this game now. I'm just going to show you a few screenshot tidbits. This is more akin to your wandering around and pressing A button adventure game. Sort of a cinematic adventure game these days, rather than the old school point and click that I know Black Mirror to be. So these are just some little... Look at that guy, Jesus! When I bump into him, I'm probably going to cake my pantaloons, mate. Because look at him, he's terrifying as hell. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but he's eating fish from a can. He looks like a grizzled fisherman, and he's got one eye. I don't know if that even isn't... I don't know if you can class that as an eye anymore. And he doesn't look very well. That guy's poorly as hell. So these are a few screenshots. Right, I'm just going to quickly play you guys the trailer, and then we are going to get into the game for the first time. Yes! Right, let's have a look-see at this then.
Okei chorom nuad ha mi father smi fater father senji thavi.
Touching moments, and I'll just crack open a beer.
Okei chorom stu.
already this looks fantastic. Again, if you guys aren't familiar with the old Black Mirror games and this is going to be your first venture into the Black Mirror world, please don't research. I said don't. Do not research the old games just in case. If this... Excuse me. Oh god, I've got to sneeze. No, it's gone. Stifled, mate. If this is going to be your first venture into the Black Mirror world, let it be. What... Oh no, that's not that's the wrong song. I was gonna do that Frozen thing, but that's Let It Go, isn't it? So yeah, let's not go there. So just let it be. Buy this game and play this game from the beginning, and then if you enjoy it, which I know you will, everyone is going to enjoy this game. And I can't believe that this is actually something that's come out again. This is a reboot of the OG. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's original and what's not. And I'm not going to point these things out. I want you guys to just experience this, because Black Mirror was an experience. I am and always have been a huge mark for the old school point and click and adventure games in general. I'm talking about your Monkey Islands, mate. I'm talking about your Broken Swords, mate. Your Grim Fandango. Mist. Oh Christ, that's a game that I haven't even thought about for a hell of a long time. Mist. All of these old... Riven. Christ, all of these games just come flooding back to me at the mere mention of the name Black Mirror. So let's just have a quick mooch around. So there's a lot of things to unlock there. 30 puzzles, 60 puzzles and 90 puzzles. Art gallery. Let's have a look at the settings. So speech, text, subtitles are on by default. Everything's fine. Credits, that's not... We'll look at the credits afterwards. But guys, this is going to be a game that you need to experience. So I'm glad that I've been given an embargo in a way, because I probably would play this to the end without realising. I know where my cut-off point is, where I'm allowed to show you guys, but after this video, I want you guys to buy this game and play this game, and subsequently enjoy and experience this game, because that is inevitably what it's going to be. If it's anything, if it's even a shadow of its former self, the former trilogy, the Black Mirror trilogy, this is not one to miss if you are a fan of old school style adventure games. So let's hit new game right now, and let's load into this bad boy and see what it's all about. I've come beard up, mate. I've got beer me up, Scotty, and I'm absolutely so GD excited to play this game. Oh, God, that is the perks of this YouTube channel. I mean, I've got to meet some fantastic, amazing people who I'm friends with from all over the world via YouTube and via the State of Decay family, via the Undead Labs promotion that they always give me. And it's just great to have that sort of fan base and community that do follow my videos. And it's awesome knowing that I could potentially be giving you guys something that you didn't know you liked, but inevitably you do in this game, Black Mirror. And this isn't the only one either. I mean, State of Decay is something I've promoted the hell out of for 5 years nearly. And the amount of people that I still get messages all the time saying, Wayne, thank you so much for your State of Decay videos. You're such a bro. You're fucking ledge, etc, etc. Right, let's shut up, Wayne. So beginning to Black Mirror. Right, so we've been literally thrown into the game. Let's have a look at his legs go. This guy's frantically avoiding everything. What's down here? Oh, we can't go that way yet, so let's head up and over. What are we running from, though? Let's have a look-see. We're running away from something. We'll go to cutscene now. Oh, no, it's not. It's just loading into a new area. Now we're cutscene.
Not the boy!
Interact. A to interact. Some freaky little doll. So maybe this is the curse that the Synopsis was talking about.
Forgive me. Forgive me. I will let you down no longer. Forgive me. Forgive me.
What are you doing?
It really sounds like this is the boy's dad. Main character's father, maybe. Maybe we're actually going to witness his suicide on camera, maybe. Right, so we're continuing to run away. He is being pursued by something or someone or some variety of curse, I assume, from the synopsis. And we are being led this way. Bro's got a lantern and some creepy ass doll. What the hell is this? What is this? Touch this lady. Whoa, boy! That's some creepy ghost. Creepy ghost. And he said, please don't harm the boy, or something along those lines. So maybe he's talking about his son. So we're entering somewhere that looks a bit like Stonehenge.
You betrayed your family.
Here we're at, let's take this. Where has he took? What did he take? Some sort of note, and he's cutting himself. Okay.
You're too late! You will not get him!
Right, so we can take the lantern. He's gonna eat the note. Oh boy. So this is definitely the suicide that was hinted at in the synopsis that we viewed. Oh, it reminds me of that Johnny Depp film. What is it? Ninth Gate, I think it was. Please save my son. So whatever he's done, he has killed himself, but he's still thinking about his son every step of the way. What was that weird blood sacrifice thing? So spilling his own blood on that stone, eating a note, and then setting himself on fire to kill himself. So was this guy a madman, or was there something more sinister behind it? I mean, we saw he was being pursued, he got that weird doll on his person, and he's constantly talking about his son. So as you guys can see, and this is my first experience of this particular Black Mirror story as well. This is more, I was holding the left stick to move, and I was pressing A to interact with things. So again, this is probably more akin to a Telltale game than it is a point and click, aka your Broken Swords and Monkey Island.
It was with great joy that I received your last letter. Know that you are missed terribly here in India. If my calculations are correct and the International Postal Service is kind, this letter will keep you company as you make the final leg of your journey to Scotland. I hesitate to say anything for fear you'll think me foolish, even hysterical. Your father made it his life's work to research his family's twisted history. This and his obsession with the occult combined to unravel his poor mind. John loved his family and his family home, but he hated and mistrusted them in equal measure. Son, beware of the Gordons. Blood is not always thicker than water. Your loving mother.
Right, so I can move around. I can examine various things. Let's examine this first. The driver's window.
Good sir, how much longer until we reach the castle?
Almost there, sir.
Just like 2 hours ago. The estate really does lie off the beaten track.
Okay, let's have a look outside.
This countryside couldn't be more different to India.
And finally, let's take a look at our personal belongings. Or have we got nice air sugar tits? Family of snakes, beware. Key. My boy, find the answers in the library. Right, he gave me an examine option there. Let's go. Examine that.
Madman. I couldn't even bring myself to show this to Mother.
Ah, so this is clearly a note from the boy's father, from David's father. My boy, find the answers. Library. Family of snakes, beware, and key. Righty dokie, so that is all we've got there. So a lot of mysteries to be solved, a lot of riddles going on straight away. Let's see what else we've got. Moving the camera with the left stick, I can move around like so, and the right stick seems to alter my targeting slightly. Mostly the left stick for now. There's not really anything else to examine, I don't think. But it's still giving me the option to examine this, so... Oh, it's the trunk now. Right, let's have a look inside the chest. Examine. Right, what the hell even is this? Looks like a model.
A note about a library, a key, and some sort of broken toy. Should I even try to read any real meaning into all of this?
So that's something we're going to obviously have to try and solve at some point.
We
Put it in his
have
pocket.
arrived, sir.
We've just arrived at the Gordon family castle. Now, if that synopsis is anything to go by, this is David's first visit. Is it David? I'd like to say David. First visit to his family estate after his father's death, so let's see what's going on. But the note did say it's a family of snakes, so that's something that we've got to keep in mind as well. Can they be trusted? And then something about researching in the library, with the key to the library, and a crazy weird model. Music is so good. Right, so I'm loading into the next area now. We're about to enter the Gordon family household for the first time. The castle, it says. So it's got to be a big ass estate. Ain't no council estate, this, mate. This is full blown, you're the works, like Queen shit. Graphics are stunning as well. Graphics are never something like...
Welcome, Mr. Gordon. I'm Andrew Harrison.
Mr. Harrison, it's good to finally meet you. From our correspondence, I expected you to be older.
Thank you. I'll lead the way. It's quite dark already. We can continue to talk inside.
Look at that. What I was about to say, graphics are never something I really bother about. Nothing I fuss over, like I know a lot of gamers do. Like I said in my Road Rage video, I didn't even know what 4K was until recently. Like, I'm totally happy to play an 8-bit game as long as the story's good and the gameplay's good. Could not give a shiny shite about the graphics. But these are stunning. Thus far, it has been fantastic. I'm so happy to just be playing it. The music is incredible. I mean, it proper immerses you into the zone. It gives you the feel of well, we're in Scotland. Now that brings me to another point. Like, you don't really hear of Scotland in a game very often. So that's another awesome point. Oh, it looks like that creepy lady from the screenshots that we just viewed.
He's arrived, my lady.
David, welcome to Skahandu House.
Lady Margaret, how kind of you to welcome me in person at such a late hour.
Ah, right. So we've got our first options here. Let's interrogate this old bitch.
An impressive building. Skahandu, though. Unusual. What is its meaning?
Unusual only if you have not bothered to study Gaelic. It means Black Mirror House. Many generations of the Gordon family have been master of this house. It is a great responsibility. Perhaps the greatest a man could bear.
Let's talk about David's father's death.
If I may, I would like to know more about my father's last days.
It is too late in the day for such morbid talk. You do look so very much like John, though. Angus, please show Master David to his room.
Yes, ma'am.
Right, so Angus
I
appears
trust
to be
you
the
had a
butler.
pleasant journey. This place is rather remote, even for Scotland.
It was most pleasing, thank you. I was fortunate enough to stop off in several fascinating places on my way here. How long have you been practicing law?
I came to the bar a few years ago. I'm at chambers in Edinburgh with lawyers who have served the Gordon family for generations. I'm embarrassed to ask, but it is my job. Have you proof of who you say you are? You are David Gordon, son of the late John Gordon.
Please, I quite understand. Here you are.
Already been ID'd. Ooh, drop that potential key.
What a
That guy
curious
seems to know what it
object.
is. Ooh, first choice, first choice. Hey, do we tell the truth or do we lie? We're just meeting these guys for the first time. We don't want to appear to be a dick straight away until we know what these guys are all about. Then again, though, Dad did say John is David's father, so let's call him John from now on. John did say that these guys are a bunch of snakes in his little note, so I'm gonna lie from the bat. We don't want to get these guys on our side. We don't want them to know what we're up to. I'm thinking that's going to be the best, so let's lie.
No, it's nothing, just a trinket from India that I carry for luck.
I see. I trust it brings you all the luck you deserve.
But Angus
Now,
seems
if
to
you'll
know.
excuse me, I have some work waiting for me in the library. I could not in good conscience sleep with it unfinished. I'll be staying in the house for a few days, so no doubt we'll bump into each other again. Don't worry, Mr. Gordon. You're in good hands here.
Mm-hmm. But the way Angus's eyes lit
Please
up
follow me, Master David.
when Angus saw the trinket, like he was a whole other world of something else, and his eyes just told something else. Right, so we've actually got a free roam now. So I'm moving around with the left analog stick. There doesn't appear to be a run button. Nope, no run button. Let's have a look. I've just pressed the... I don't even know the name of that button. The button where select used to be on all controllers. I suppose it might be menu. No, because that one looks... I don't know the names of buttons these days, guys. But the one where select used to be is the button I just pressed to get here. So we've got a stone figurine.
A note about a library, a key, and some sort of broken toy. Should I even try to read any real meaning into all of this?
Mm-hmm. Then we got the letter from David's
If
father.
you would be so kind as to follow me, sir.
And we've got the letter from David's mother about coming here for the same time.
Mother will work in the garden all day in my absence. She always does when she's worried.
Right, let's right bumper over to a menu where we can save, load and settings, inventory for the items that we're carrying, diary. The trip from India was a long and arduous one. I was reluctant to leave Mother on her own alone, coping with Father's death. I was a child when he moved us to India, announcing it would be a better environment for us. This, however, was not the case. Though I had always been curious to see the ancestral home of the Gordon clan with my own eyes, my father was quick to point out that a house is not a home. While Grandmother Margaret's primary concerns seem to revolve around matters of me inheriting the estate, I am more interested in the circumstances of my father's demise. Even in the face of his many years of absence from our lives, admittedly not his only voice, I feel as if there is a shadow obscuring much, if not most, of what happened in his final days and weeks. He spent most of my youth travelling, searching for answers. His gin-fueled melancholy was linked to his twin obsessions: the Gordon family history and the occult. Answers to I know not what. He did not confide much in my mother or myself, then he simply did not return. I fear that I am perhaps overthinking as always, as my tutors would no doubt delight in reminding me. My proclivity, is that the word? Proclivity to blend imagination with reality will not help answer any of the questions waiting for me at the house. So, I think that old lady is basically his... Was it aunt? Oh, grandmother Margaret. Right, so that is our first diary entry. Let's have a look around first. I know that guy's waiting for us to go upstairs, but... Oh no, it's not letting us go in any rooms.
I advise you to do as your grandmother instructed and get some sleep. You must be weary.
You must be weary. Come to bed, David. So we got creepy Angus so far.
Your
creepy
room
Angus
is this way.
And creepy Granny Margie.
Your grandfather, his lordship Edward Gordon.
Oh, wow. So Edward looks more so the guy that we were just controlling in the opening scene. Then again, if Grandma Margaret did just say that the Gordon clan look alike, then maybe we were controlling his dad.
There
but
is no denying it. We are family.
No, that definitely looks like the guy we were just controlling though. So maybe this curse has been going on a hell of a long time more than Granny Margie is giving out. So
Magnificent.
That is the master's study, sir, but there'll be plenty of time to examine it in the light tomorrow.
Righty dokey. Looks like claw marks.
I suppose it's hard to keep things dry, what with all the rain you get here.
Most amusing, Master David. We do our best, sir. None of us are as young as we used to be.
Mm-hmm. Right, so let's head along the way now. So we're heading to the room. Angus has got keys. Something tells me that might play a part if Angus has got all the keys and he's already a little bit suspicious of us. David's incredibly jumpy already. Then again, it's a creepy old manor house.
Sometimes. Sir.
Oh Christ, my batteries are low. Luckily, I always come equipped. I always carry protection. That's bullshit, I'm having a baby soon. Cannot wait. No, really, I cannot wait. It's the most exciting thing that's ever happened. But really, I do always have batteries though. There's always batteries whenever there's a controller present. Man always comes equipped, guys. So, quest log has been updated
Lady
again.
Gordon expects you for breakfast at 8, sir.
Thank you. Lady Gordon called you Angus? Pleased to meet you, Angus.
Yes, sir. She did. I am Mr. McKinnon.
Mr. McKinnon?
Ooh.
Yes.
I'd advise you not to leave the room tonight. Ticking clocks are not the worst thing you may encounter in the house at night, if you don't know your way around. Sleep well, sir.
Oh, wow.
Maybe he's more of a morning person.
Right, so pretty much quite a lot of information there. Quite a lot of information. So Angus, we already know Angus doesn't like us from the looks that he gave us when we dropped our little trinket. And then we blatantly lied, so he's obviously not happy about that. Even though we are family, we haven't been to the family home before. This is our first time. David's first time in the family home. Ever. So Grandma Margaret isn't exactly pleased to see us. And we are not able to call the butler Angus by his first name. It's Mr. McKinnon. So he's definitely not going to be our friend throughout this game.
Could ever be properly warm.
Absolutely stunning artwork and graphics so far. I mean, it really sets you in the mood in the scene. Right, so it looks like the front of the house. Got an urn there. Examine this part of the picture.
Hold on. This looks like... Wait a moment. This is a piece of a model.
Ah, so maybe that trinket is the key after all. Which is what I was thinking. It was going to be the key to something. But this is a portrait of the building. So maybe we need to find the model that's missing this part of the building. And then place that trinket back in its rightful place. Which should unlock something, maybe? I would like to say if Father's called it a key, that's what it's going to do.
I got somewhat turned around following Angus through the house. Sorry, Mr. McKinnon. But I think my room is probably around here somewhere.
Right. Let's have a look around. It looks fantastic. And I mean, I'm already completely engrossed in this. Just by default.
Glad I don't have to carry you around anymore. Mr. McKinnon lifted you up with ease.
Let's see what we've got nice. What have we brought with us today? We've got a telegram.
Some obscure local law that required me being here in person. I would probably never have come. A pigeon amongst the cats.
Sorry to inform you of death of John Gordon. Stop. Please return to Skahandu House. Stop. Andrew Harrison, lawyer. Stop.
Right, so Mr. Andy Harrison is the lawyer that's responsible for bringing us here. But it's also worked in David's favour because he wants to learn more about his father and his father's death and the apparent curse that we read about as well.
This handsome, cheery, sober man. He's not the one I remember from my childhood.
So that's a picture of his father. See, so we could have been controlling his father, I suppose. But the thing is, that guy looks also like the guy that we saw in the portrait, and David looks a bit like them both, so... them Gordon genes run deep.
Not many matches left.
Right, so we've taken some matches. Nothing else to examine in the suitcase, I don't think.
I should get a new passport. This one's filling up.
Oh, that is everything. Press B to leave. Right. So, an option just popped up there on the bed. So I need to move closer to the bed, and there we have it.
My faithful friend Insomnia. I wonder if Andrew has left the library yet.
Ah, so we're not allowed to sleep. Okay.
I'm going to need a light to find my way about out there.
So we need a light. Well, we've got the matches, but surely it's gonna... We've got lights in here, so maybe we could just take one of these. So the right analog stick is moving the camera around. Oh man, this game just looks stunning. Let's press select to head into the inventory.
A parting gift from Mother. To light my way in the darkness, she said.
Nope. Right, maybe we're going to need a candle or something. Because we know we can't sleep. I'm thinking the brightness might be a bit low for videos. Don't think that's something... Is it something I can edit? Gamma? What's gamma? Grain on. Whoa, that's too bright now. That is way too bright. Let's try that again. Thing is, it looks perfectly fine to me, but I know when the rendering is done, it might look a bit dark. So that'll do for now. I'm guessing we're going to need a candle or something to head outside. Let's maybe try it here.
I can barely see my hand in front of me.
Okay. Right, so we've got a wardrobe here as well.
Everything I ever owned could fit in there, 5 times over.
No. Right, we've got matches. We gonna need a candle. Nothing over here. There's candles on there, mate. Grab one of those, lad. What are you doing messing about? What we got on here?
In an old house like this one, sooner or later no drawer stays empty.
Except for that one, lad. That is clearly an empty drawer. Let's try this. What we got in here? There we go, candlestick.
Pieces of some kind of drawing. How odd.
Oh wait, I picked the wrong thing.
Ah, just what I need.
There we go. Right, so let's press A to leave. Let's go and explore. Oh man, I'm so excited over it. I want to know what happens now, but at the same time, I'm enjoying the journey. Because this is... Oh man, how old would I have been in 2003 when Black Mirror came out? 13. I would have been 13 years old. And I'd already played a hell of a lot of point-and-click adventure games by that time. Again, I'll take you back to Broken Sword and Monkey Island. I recently had the pleasure of playing Broken Sword 5, and it was worth the wait. It was worth the wait. Right, so we got a candle. Let's go and have a look around, see what we've got nice.
More pieces of the same drawing. Maybe I can make out what it shows if I had enough of them.
Right, so we keep adding photo pieces.
Again, old foe.
The clock. Right, so have I got diary, quest log, explore the castle is our current objective. There's got to be a way to get the photo pieces up though. No, not yet. Maybe that's from the main menu, the things that were locked. So let's have a look. It almost feels similar to, I'd like to say, a Resident Evil type thing at the moment, with the whole gothic sort of almost horror scenario with the creepy music playing. But also, again, I keep going back to the Telltale stuff, like The Walking Dead and Borderlands and things like that. It almost plays as one of those.
A dumb waiter. Big enough to fit your own weight in food into.
I haven't seen a dumbwaiter in anything for a long time, so even that's nice. Let's have a look what's over here. So we've entered a loading screen. Still at 0%, that's not a good start. Is it going to be a cutscene or I'm going to enter another room? Maybe another part of the castle. I know we need to get down to the library, because that's where the lawyer was busy exploring.
No, this isn't right. There should be a room here.
And that's where we've ended up. That worked out well. Let's just keep listening for now.
No, this isn't what I need either. Where is it?
Let's keep listening.
Eavesdropping, Mr. Gordon? That's hardly proper.
Well, he caught me. So let's have a look around.
Selected poems by Edgar Allan Poe.
Take this kiss upon the brow, and in parting from you now, thus much let me avow. You are not wrong who deem that my days have been a dream. Yet, if hope has flown away, in a night or in a day, in a vision or in none, is it therefore the less gone? All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream.
A dream within a dream.
Ah, Mr. Poe. Showing up. Strutting his thing. Chicken wing. Right, we need to go and talk to Gimmick down there. Look at him. Reading away. How the tits do I get down? Not really, where do I go? Let's have a look at this one first.
The Castle of Otranto by Horace Walpole. I started reading this, though never got round to finishing it.
The gentle maid whose hapless tale these melancholy pages speak, say, gracious lady, shall she fail to draw the tear adown from thy cheek?
Right, so plenty of reading material around.
Ghosts, legends, ancient history. Where's the rest of them?
Ah, so somebody's been studying about ghosts, legends, and ancient history, which seems very fitting, considering what we know so far. And we've already been told by Mr. McKinnon, if you will, that we shouldn't be wandering around the castle at night because we don't know what we might run into that's not a grandfather clock, we know that much. So let's see what this chap's got to say. Let's head over to him. Because he wasn't too happy with us eavesdropping. Oh, there's a boy gone. Or am I at the wrong desk? Oh, here he is. So let's examine where he's studying first.
If you don't mind, I have a system and don't want to mix things up. Lady Gordon is very keen on confidentiality.
Of course. Hiding something, are we?
Uh-huh. Let's break the ice first. Let's talk about his job.
That looks daunting.
Daunting, but rewarding and fascinating.
Fascinating?
Yes, indeed. The history of the Gordon family goes back a long way.
So it's true we are one of the oldest families in Scotland?
Oh, much more than that. The Gordons have owned this land back into antiquity, before records were even kept. Add to that some unique and unusual local laws. Well, it can be a challenge, but a welcome one.
Let's talk about family heritage, because Master Key seems to be something... we don't want to go into that straight away.
Did you know my father?
I was called to the house shortly after your father arrived.
Why did that need a lawyer?
Those complex local laws I spoke of were to blame. Your father left when Edward died, so none of the required legal formalities to transfer the house were observed.
Does that mean...
Not at all. There will be no issue with transferring the estate to your name, if that is what you wish.
Ah, so we are going to be the new owner of the house. But what are the snakes, as John called them, going to think of that?
I noticed that the door to the master's study is locked. Might I get a key for it?
Of course. I will see to it that you are supplied with one, if there is one available. No door should be locked to the soon-to-be owner, after all.
Right, so last option is my documents.
Have you had a chance to examine my papers?
I have, and am delighted to say that everything is in order. I would not be doing my job if I didn't warn you that with Edward dead and your father absent, the family fortune has somewhat diminished over the years. However, the real treasure is the castle and the grounds themselves. I haven't spent as much time as I'd like here, but it is a unique place. Well, it's been a long day. I bid you good night.
I'll get myself something to read and then head to bed too. Good night.
So, interesting stuff. We know that we're going to be inheriting the castle, but I know John did say, as I just mentioned in the letters, and that the family is snakes. So is Grandma Margaret going to have anything to say about us being the inherent owners of the castle? Right, so what is our objective now? Let's right bumper over to quest log, or press the wrong button, wherever. It's still saying explore the castle. So he did say get something to read, so let's check some of the books. Let's check the papers on the desk actually, if that's going to be an option for us. Which it is not. So in that case, let's head away from this rabble that the lawyer's left himself with. Nice cleaning work going on, mate. Reading material. Now, where am I going to find some reading material in a library? Let's just head outside and see what else is going to happen. Because our objective is still to explore the castle, so maybe he was just saying that as a front to the lawyer so that he didn't get all suspicious of us. So let's head back into the hallway and have a look around and see what's going on around here. It seems like this is going to be a game where there's a hell of a lot to see, a hell of a lot to explore, and even more to take in. So let's just keep looking. Keep exploring around. Where is this door here? Locked is what it is, mate. Let's knock it. Get up, you old bag.
Shit.
I skipped out the dialogue. I was just going to knock over and over again. I read something about an attic, so I'm guessing that was the attic that we cannot get into yet. Or have we got here? Examine this.
Bedroom in the middle of the night is not how to earn their trust.
Right, so we can't get in there. That is a bedroom. I'm assuming that's another bedroom. Not giving us the option to examine that one. Ah, that's the portrait of his granddad again.
Somebody still cares. Maybe you weren't as bad as Mother believed.
Grandfather Edward. Father never spoke of you, but Mother never had a kind word to say. You were the worst of the lot, she said.
So based on the chat with the lawyer, it seems that Edward was the previous master of the house until he died, and then John took over, and now John's dead, David is going to be the new owner of the house. What's this on the floor? Photo pieces again. Not too shabby, mate. Let's have a look. What's this big ass building here?
Left something for me in the master's study. I suppose I could ask Mr. McKinnon to open it for me in the morning, but I'll have him breathing down my neck. And who knows what I'm to find.
So that's the master's study. Something tells me that there's things in there that we need to see, that people aren't going to like us to see. And this, I believe, was the way back into our room. So let's see if we've got the option to actually get some sleep and move on with the storyline. But basically, there's going to be a hell of a lot of things to see in this castle, a lot to explore and a lot to experience. I'm not complaining about any of that.
My faithful friend in the
No. Right, so I'm missing something then. So maybe we need to head back to the library. Maybe there's going to be something extra in the library that we are missing. He did say reading material, so maybe I'm just trying to beat ahead of the bush. So loading back into the new area. No. Is there a way downstairs? Let's head downstairs. I mean, reading material is one thing, but I want to be exploring. I always do with adventure games. The clue is in the title, guys. Adventure games, not stand-about games. So let's have a look around and see what we've got going on. Where have we got over here? Nothing to look at there. Head into this room here. It's going to be good in any game like this to get a feel for the castle that I'm going to be exploring for the next however long this game is, to be honest. So let's have a look-see. Straight into another loading screen. Jeez. Right. At least they're not too long. I suppose that's the main thing. But there was a corridor that I could have explored there as well, so... it looks like a sitting room.
Lady Margaret and Edward. How young they look. But who are the others? You really know very little about your own family, David.
So this is... It seems like it's going to be a game of discovery as well for David. I mean, he doesn't know anything about his family. I mean, portraits on the wall, he doesn't know anyone. Oh, Maggie's asleep.
An impressive collection. Grandmother's obviously a music lover.
How's it going, sugar tits?
A peculiar place to spend the night. I best not wake her.
Listen.
How dare you? No, I will never. It's not true. It's all lies.
All lies. What? She's not happy about something at all. Unless she's in denial that her son killed herself, maybe. But his son did kill himself. So, if her son killed himself, then he's dead, mate. Unless she's talking about something else. Right, let's have a look-see down here. So, I've just got an interesting tidbit from Grandma Margaret. Yeah, a lot of loading screens. That's the one thing that's sort of annoying me. Not annoying me to the point where I'm going to stop playing because it's an adventure game and I want to learn about everything. But loading screens into the place is a little bit too much. So in this room now, big room. Looks like a dining room. Bitch is going to be eating all the sandwiches in here.
On the morrow, I will explore the grounds.
So he wants to explore the grounds as soon as the sun is up. Looks like a way down into the basement from what I just saw then. Oh man, there's so much to explore, so much to explore. And that's what you want in an adventure game though. You want to be able to explore and find something new every time.
Must be hard to keep this place clean.
So dusty because nobody's using it, or dusty because they just don't have time to clean? Knights in armour here. Lots of cabinets. Cabinets everywhere. A lot of things to look at. A lot of different art and decor. Let's carry on exploring. That is our objective after all, is to explore Tit Castle. Scotland though, a fantastic place to have a story based on, like in the Scottish area. I mean, Scotland's a beautiful, beautiful place.
Exquisite craftsmanship. I doubt our family could afford a marvel such as this nowadays.
Just reminds me in a way of a game that you may or may not have heard of on the PlayStation 1 called Kodelka. That was a turn-based sort of strategy RPG from, I cannot remember now, but it was based in Wales. And again, Wales is another place. You don't hear of Wales ever being used in a video game, and it was fantastic that it finally was. Let's have a look around. I think that's the way I just came out, isn't it? Yes. So we do not want to go back in there. Let's head back into the library. He did say reading material. I've done my little fair share of exploring around this castle now. So again, it's nice to have a game set in Scotland. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. No, this was my way back into the bedroom, which we obviously cannot use yet. Right, I need to try and remember how I got into that library. You might have been through that door actually. So let's have a look-see. Reading material. Kodelka was a fantastic game. Flawed in a few ways. I mean, it's a turn-based RPG. You expect it to be merchants and shops and stuff. No, you find all your weapons on the floor knocking about or from battles. And there's no way to sell things. And that is the only downfall of that game. The actual storyline was incredible. Like one of my favourite stories ever in an RPG.
Is this what Father meant by a family of snakes?
Ah.
Oh, locked. Oh, locked.
Right, so let's have a look at the quest log. Find a way to open the desk in the library. Family of snakes. So I suppose this is sort of our first puzzle. Can you not use these things?
A note about a library.
No, you cannot use them. So basically we've got to find a key somewhere.
Should I even try to read any real meaning into all of this?
Maybe the lawyer's got a key on his person, perhaps.
Despair, by a man called Howard Phillips Lovecraft.
Ghastly shades of bygone gladness, clawing fiends of future sadness, mingle in a cloud of madness, ever on the soul to lie. Thus the living lone and sobbing, in the throes of anguish throbbing, with the loathsome furies robbing night and noon of peace and rest. But beyond the groans and grating of abhorrent life is waiting sweet oblivion, culminating all the years of fruitless quest.
The words of a troubled soul.
Man, so much literature and poetry in this game. Already as well, it's the very beginning of the game. I'll need to find a way into that desk. So I'm thinking heading downstairs to the lawyer's desk. What was his name? Andrew something. Maybe he's got a key or something. Gotta be something down here, mate. Let's have a look. Nothing to examine there. Unless Auntie Maggie's got it. Granny Maggie, sorry. Nothing to examine, nothing to examine. No, can't even walk that way. Yes, I can. Nothing around here, so I'm already stumbling at my first puzzle, mate. But again, that's good though. That's what you want from an adventure game. Exploration is key. So let's have a little look around here. Exploration is key being the key word because I need a freaking key, mate. So loading into the next area, let's have another look around these parts and see if we can find a key of some sorts to get us into that desk. Got the globe. Been that way, haven't I? That was where Margaret was. This is the entrance to the house. Can't go that way now. I think Margaret might have the key. Where does... Oh, we can't go up to that guy's room because he's gone to bed and it wouldn't let us in the bedroom. So maybe she's got the key on her person or in her quarters somewhere. Let's have a look. See, a loading screen is a loading screen. That is annoying. What can we gather from this? Loading. You see, these guys did give me a walkthrough for the first chapter as well, but that's not something I want to do. Not something I want to resort to. Right, so she hasn't got the key. What's this? Just the record player again. Key.
Lady Margaret and Edward. Lady...
Right, so I pressed it again. Looks like a key in that door, but it's not letting us get to it. Hey. I'm stuck already. Stuck already at the first puzzle. Find a key into the library. But this is the sort of game you can expect. And I'm so happy that it's legitimate. It is a thinker. And that makes me happy to share it with you. You guys see me struggle with this game. It's a selling point that you have to solve these little puzzles and actually try your best to think where the key could be. And I know this is only the first puzzle, so it could be anywhere. Right. Let's head back down again. I'm guessing it's going to be in the library though. I mean, why wouldn't it be in the library? Right. So we're back in this room. Let's have a look around here. There's got to be something. I think I've been up there. Have I been up here? Nothing around here. Right, let's head back into here. Maybe it's not a key we're looking for. That's something that's crossing my mind. I'm falling silent in places because I'm genuinely racking my brains. I mean, maybe there's something else that I can open the lock with. So I don't know what's in this room. Was this back into the library? Let's have a look-see. Come on, load. Right, yes, this is back in the library. Right, guys. I'm going to have to cut this here just for now. I think I'm actually going to carry on with this for a little while, so I might put out another video. But this has been a first look at Black Mirror. Now, this is going to be my first look. Because I definitely want to do more videos. I know when I'm allowed to record to, and I want to record to that point or thereabouts. So this has been a first look. So far this game looks incredible. The graphics are fantastic. The exploration is phenomenal. There's so many things to see. There's been so much attention to detail in every element of this game so far. And again, the music, I'll keep saying about the music. It's just wonderful. So this game is out on Monday the 27th of November 2017, and I thoroughly recommend that you guys, if you are into your adventure games, your old school exploration games, adventure games, point and clicks, etc, etc, this is the game that you want to be getting yourselves into. Get it purchased, get it downloaded and pre-ordered, and play as soon as it's released. This game is already making me rack my brains. It's occupying my time, and I know for a fact I'm going to play this from start to finish, and I definitely need to carry on with it now, really now. So thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been your first look at Black Mirror. It is releasing this coming Monday, the 27th of November 2017, and I thoroughly recommend that you guys get your hands on it. But I'm going to carry on for a little while and see how I get on. I know there's more to this story than meets the eyes, and I cannot wait to understand it thoroughly and know exactly what's going on and uncover all the mysteries and solve all the puzzles, because this is one of my favourite series of point and click adventure games ever. So for it to be rebooted in a new exploration style adventure game is fantastic. So cannot wait to carry on. I hope this video serves as a selling point to you guys. Just give it a go, see if it's for you. If not, if you're unsure, then keep watching my videos. Thank you very much, guys. I shall see you shortly for part number 2. All the best and goodbye.